Well, you know, for most of us, everyday life can get, well, exhausting. And a new book out from a relationship columnist at GQ and Bustle dives into some of those things that are really wearing all of us, and her specifically, down. Sophia Benoit put together a book of essays appropriately titled, Well, This is Exhausting. The writer taking a comedic look at some of the things that have been tiring throughout the course of her life: body image issues, messaging about weight and weight loss from a very early age, and the experience of being the child of divorced parents.
I did find that, as I put in the book, so much effort was put in by my sister and I to make sure that both parents were happy. And it was impossible because both parents wanted us to be at their house all the time, which is, again, physically impossible. Like we can't make that happen for you. And that's still something that I struggle with, that my sister struggles with, just that balance of there's two things that are completely at odds with one another. They're mutually exclusive, and you're going to be disappointing someone.
Those were some of the essays that stood out the most to me, talking about that as a perspective a lot of people can relate to, but really hasn't been shared. There are some hard-edged topics to this book. There are a lot of moments that will have you laughing out loud and maybe blushing a little bit. Remember, she is a relationship writer for Bustle, so you really have to have a sense of humor, and dating is her real bread and butter, so there's a lot to dig into here. It's very fun. We asked her for some of those dating tips, by the way, so this week's episode features some of the questions from our producer Margaret and some of her friends who are out there in the dating pool. Subscribe and download Olivia's Book Club, the podcast. We've got new episodes out every single Tuesday wherever you get your podcasts today.